Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Final Fantasy draft here on the channel. I've had a ton of guests recently, I've learned a ton from them, and now it's time to apply those lessons to my own draft. The ranks have reset, we're climbing back up the ladder, it's going to be a blast. In this pack, I think it's a pretty clear Dragoon's Wyvern. This is a very strong 3-drop, gets you a little body when it comes into play. You always groan a little bit internally when your opponent plays it, and it's a fantastic way to start a draft. Maybe as far as commons go, one of the best. There's also Sahagin, which is a great blue card. And after that, this pack falls off a cliff. Like, I would go Sahagin second here. The Lindblum is a totally solid role player, but nothing crazy. It's just a nice way to get a little bit of extra value from your lands, but not a crazy card by any means. But yeah, pretty easy. Dragoon's Wyvern first, Sahagin second. I think third is either Black Mage's Rod, or which a lot of the people that I've drafted with recently loved, and then Gaelic Cat probably in fourth place as far as draft picks are concerned. Now, we started off with a strong blue card, which means other blue cards go up in priority, because when you have one good blue card, taking the second one makes it more likely that you play the second one, play both cards, because in draft, the more cards you have of one color, the more likely those cards are to make your deck, and every pick is a balance of power level versus likelihood to make your deck. And so early on, if you can start with multiple blue cards, then you can get really good power level and have really high likelihood of making your deck. Now, in this pack, there is Sleep Magic as a good follow-up in blue, Dragoon's Wyvern as another good follow-up in blue. I think the Wyvern might be slightly better than Sleep Magic, honestly, but having removal is really important. And then there's Overkill, which is a really strong card as well. It's a tricky pick here because pick 2, we don't have a huge indication of what's open. The rare is missing from the pack, so we don't even get any signal on that front. I lean towards taking the Overkill because I think it is slightly better than Dragoon's Wyvern. Just great instant speed removal for 3 mana, easy to cast. But I do think taking another Dragoon's Wyvern or even the Sleep Magic, I wouldn't fault someone for that, just to stay flexible. But it's nice to just take a great removal spell. You can never go that far wrong taking Overkill. Now pick 3. The best black card in the pack, there's 2 black cards. There's Marlborough and there's Black Mage's Rod. I think Black Mage's Rod is better. I have moved up on this card since drafting with some of my guests because they all really liked it. There is also Go-Go, Master of Mimicry in blue. You can copy activated or triggered abilities you control. So if you get to the late game and you have like 6 extra mana, you play something like a Dragoon's Wyvern, you copy the triggered ability, the enters battlefield effect, you get a bunch of extra 1/1s. That's pretty much what you're going to be using this for. Most times getting extra 1/1s from those, or things like Black Mage's Rod triggering as well. The best card in this pack is either the Rod, the Magitech Armor, which is a great white card, or maybe the Go-Go. That's a little bit trickier to decide on. After that, maybe Marlborough. I do like the UFO in some decks. Let's just take the Black Mage's Rod. I think it's great. There's there's not a bunch of great blue cards in that pack. So I think taking a Black Mage's Rod is really solid there. And now pick 4, we have a decision point. There's Magitech Infantry. Remember the last pack, the best cards, one of them was a 4-mana Magitech Armor. There's also Battle Menu, which I think normally I would take over Magitech Infantry, but staking your claim as the Magitech Infantry player is really strong. There is Sahagin, so I could stay blue-black. I could just take the Sahagin. And then there's another Black Mage's Rod. Now, I think if I take the Magitech Infantry and move towards Black-White, that could be a really good home. Numat the Nummy told me he really liked Black-White. It's a deck I haven't played as much, but I think it might be open in this seat. Getting a 4th pick Magitech could be great for that. There's also Battle Menu, and a Black Mage's Rod. So Black-White seems like it could be open. And Sahagin, totally solid card, but I think Magitech Infantry, speculating on that, could be a really good time for it. Though maybe it's not at its best in Black-White. Black Mage's Rod is pretty dang good. Pick 4. There is Snowvilliers, not my favorite card. I think Marlborough is a better pickup here. Black is the color I'm more certain about, and this card's just a rock-solid addition to your black decks. Weapons Vendor isn't as good in Black-White. Still a solid card. Maybe white is open. We're not seeing great blue cards, so I am feeling a little bit better about moving away from blue. And then green, we see like Gysol greens. Red, there's nothing really much. Marlborough is probably the best card in this pack. Pick 6 now. There is a couple of random cards. This is a really good opportunity to pick up a Crossroads Village, I think. Normally, I would take the Treno, but I'm not sure blue is open, and I'm going to be able to play Crossroads Village no matter what, whereas Treno only makes sense if I go into blue. Blue hasn't seemed that open, so we'll be a little bit more conservative here with our pick. The Summoner's Grimoire, not a great rare. The Coral Sword is fine, but we're not really going into black-red right now. Currently, Magitech Infantry is not a card I'm loving having taken. I think Black Mage's Rod, having 4 black cards would be good here. But black isn't even looking overwhelmingly open. We could still have an outside chance of being a blue-white deck. And now we see a pick 7 Black Waltz number 3. That's pretty late for a Black Waltz number 3, even though I don't think this card is that strong. We could stake our claim as the Black-Red drafter, though we haven't seen any good red commons. Fate of the Suncrist is also totally fine, and a card that we'll probably take here. Syncopate, decent as well. Chocobo Kick is probably the best card in the pack. Let's just take that and have a nice speculation into all 3 of the black color combinations. Now there is Dreams of Laguna. I do think Dreams of Laguna is better than Thief's Knife, and I think Namazu Trader isn't anything to write home about. Thief's Knife is totally solid, but it needs you to be in a deck that wants to attack. If you're trying to be more defensive, which a lot of the black decks are, you don't really want to play this and then be like, okay, I kind of want to attack with this. It represents forcing your opponent to leave back some blockers potentially, but it's not my favorite card. Dreams of Laguna is really nice, though. And then we wield the Lindbloom. Interesting. I'm just going to take Geisal greens, though. Red is the one color we're not particularly interested in here. And now we have a couple green cards. Black hasn't looked that open, to be honest. We'll just take World Map now. Maybe we want to do something with that. Nothing great here. We'll take the blue card. Shambling Sieth is really not a great card, but we'll take it. It's fine. You can sometimes play it. Laughing Mad. Black-Red might have been a good home for us. It's just we didn't see any crazy good black cards. The Magitech Infantry pick didn't really work out that well. Okay, now there's Aerith Gainsborough. When you gain life, you put counters on it. There's White Mage's Staff in this pack as a good white card. There is Albed Salvador's. Black didn't seem crazy open, though. Green started to seem open. We got the Chocobo Kick. This is kind of a tough draft so far. We haven't really got a great direction. White, probably not going to be somewhere we end up. Maybe would have been better with that Black Mage's Rod. I think I'm just going to take Torgal here. It's a really strong card. Green did seem open. We got the late Chocobo Kick. We wield Geisal greens. So I'm just going to move into green here and see if we can make that work. And now there's Balam T Rexor, totally solid green card. Evil Reawakened is also solid in these decks, but we're just going to move as deep into green as we can get, I think, right now, because it did seem like the most open color pack 1. Boom! Pick 3 Saz Katsroy. That is a gift. It reaffirms everything. There's no way we would see this card pick 3 if green wasn't open. There's also Saz's Chocobo and a Chocobo Kick. Green is the color we're going to latch onto here. We were willing to be flexible, and we got paid off here with a really strong card. Now there is another Balam T Rexor. There's also Renoa Heartilly. White, it did not seem open, though. We saw the one Magitech, which we 4th picked. Nothing else of note in white after that. Balam T Rexor is great in green. We'll just keep taking green cards until otherwise noted. There's another black card, but yeah, Balam is a really good top-end threat, and we just want to keep taking green cards because that's now the one color we're guaranteed to play. Fenrir, perfect addition, great uncommon. We could potentially splash something with Saz and a Fenrir and a Crossroads Village, so we could easily splash 1 overkill in this deck, no matter what colors we end up playing, which is great. Blue-green could be a decent home, though blue didn't seem that open. But yeah, this is a really, really nice green angle. Getting a pick 5 summon Fenrir is fantastic. We were really willing to be flexible, and it paid off. This card really makes you want to have a summon Fat Chocobo, so we'll hopefully be able to see one of those. Okay, now there is a Scorpion Sentinel. There is a green-white land. White, as I said, did not feel open. So we'll take the Scorpion Sentinel over the Retrieve the Esper. We do have a few blue cards. We were seeing a little bit of blue pack 1. Got the late Dreams of Laguna there. And blue-green can be a good place to splash with a summon Fenrir, so we could just splash any black removal spells we see. So we will keep that in mind. We're going to move any card that's not a green card to our speculative pile now. And Scorpion Sentinel just helps our early game. I can't imagine us being a white deck at this point. Being willing to find the open lane is something that I have found to be essential in these spots. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green cards that we can use as the foundation for our deck. It took us a while to get there, but we really honed in on it, and then we're willing to first pick the Torgal out of pack 2. In going into pack 2, we only had the 2 green cards, but remember, we saw the Chocobo Kick really late, and then we saw the Geisal greens on the wheel, and seeing both those cards super late, indicated green might be open, and now we're moving in. Choco Comet pick 7. Wow. Red did seem maybe a little open, red-black especially. Choco Comet pick 7 is strong enough that I'm willing to give up on a Retrieve the Esper, because if I play red-green splashing black for removal, that can be a really good home. There's also a Summon Brynhilder, which is totally a fine card. Plays great with Saw's Catsroy, but Choco Comet's a messed up card, and so we'll move it into our speculative pile here. Definitely worth considering here. Now we'll take Airship Crash. We could totally play it if we are a little bit short on playables, which because of how dicey our start was, we might be. Chocobo Kick now, another one. We have a couple big bodies. Chocobo Kick can potentially trigger landfall stuff for us. Definitely glad to get that over Sahagin. Now we'll get Crystal City. Can help our mana fixing. Sure. Sabo Tender maybe we'll play. I doubt it though. We don't really have any towns payoffs. Maybe we would want adventurers in though. We never want to put Sabo Tender in our deck. Oh, beautiful. Red-green land. Nice little addition, especially if we end up in red-green for the Choco Kick. Now we're going to take Gigantoad. I think Opera Love Song is better, but we just want to take green cards because they're like the foundation of our deck now. Beautiful. Let's go. So we get a Traveling Chocobo. Perfect. Mono green, mythic rare. Excellent card. And we can search it up with Saw's Catsroar, which is just fantastic. So this is a great start to the draft here, or the pack 3. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green cards that are guaranteed to be able to make the deck. Red, we saw a late Choco Comet. We got the Overkill pick 2. So not a huge signal in that direction. White did not seem open from this direction. So keeping that in mind, if green-red could be a spot to end up in here. Okay, there is a Dragoon's Wyvern. There is a Matoya. What Surveil synergies do we have? We have Dreams of Laguna, and we already have a Lunatic Pandora. This could be a really good Matoya deck, especially because we can then splash our good removal spells. Dragoon's Wyvern might be better. It's close. I think Matoya is a better card, though, given we have the synergy pieces. Easy Saw's Chocobo here. We would love a Summon Fat Chocobo as well. We're just taking the green cards here because we're still not 100% on our second color, and Saw's Chocobo is a messed up card. Also, you can double trigger your Traveling Chocobos, so that's really good. Now there's another Dragoon's Wyvern. That's going to be our slam dunk pick. There's also Samurai's Katana, though. Samurai's Katana is a good card, but I think with the Matoya, we're just going to move towards blue. Blue seems open. There's Summon Shiva, and an Omega, so blue-green does look open. We're just going to take the blue cards, move them into the main deck, and be happy with that. So we move the Dreams of Laguna in. We move the Scorpion Sentinel in. We move the Lunatic Pandora in for the synergy with Matoya. We could potentially try to splash black. We'll see. This is not a Sahagin deck. This is a Balamti Rexor deck all the way. We're seeing a little bit of black here, but we're not going to switch out of our colors. We could take Thunder Magic. Thunder Magic actually seems like a good card. We need the extra interaction, I think. Splashing red seems totally fine here. Tifa's Limit Break is a fine trick. Nothing crazy, though. Diamond Weapon, Gubu Gardener is perfect here. We have a lot of good top end here. We don't fill our graveyard much for that guy. Okay, World Map, no. Merchant, no. I don't want to ever play 2 Airship Crashes, though. I guess we'll take it, though. Renoa Heartily Wield. That's crazy talk. I guess we'll take Commune with Beavers. There's nothing crazy for us here. We wield Dragoon's Wyvern. That's a good sign for us. Our blue-green deck really came together a little bit. I think this Thunder Magic is going to be a great splash. We might even splash the Choco Comet for the late game. Fine on. Not going to want that. We'll just take the Blazing Bomb, I guess. This deck really came together, I think. Oh my gosh. Summon Shiva came around? That's a great card. Blue-green land would also be good for us. I'm going to take the blue-green land. Summon Shiva's good, but we're going to have enough playables, and this way I can play my Choco Comet, I think. I'm just going to be able to put an extra red source in my deck now to play the Choco Comet. Summon Shiva's solid, but it's much better in aggressive decks, and my deck is more defensive. So we're not going to play Overkill, so that frees us up a little bit. So we can play 2 mountains, heavy green. So this is 5 blue, 6 blue, 7 blue, 8 blue. Nice. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green, and 2, 3, 4, 5 red. And this way I can play Choco Comet, which is a great card in my deck with all the ramp I have. We also have Tifa's Limit Break is getting the cut. Commune with Beavers is probably next on the chopping block, or Airship Crash, though I think I need the interaction. So we are going to just cut the Commune with Beavers, call it a build. I think this deck is sweet. I think it's going to be really fun to play, and I'm excited to see it in the games. I'll see you there. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos, if you've enjoyed all of the special guests I've been able to bring on, if you find my videos entertaining, educational, hopefully a combination of everything, Patreon is the way to give back to the channel, help me make more videos, and also gain access to cool bonus content that's going to help you in your drafts, like my card-by-card tier list and my format thoughts document. I put a lot of work into these, and I think they are really helpful resources for you. And you're also helping keep the channel thriving. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a huge difference, and without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round number 1. We have a keeper here. We're climbing up through Platinum again, so gonna make it a little bit easier for us. Here we're gonna just cycle the Balamti Rexor turn 2 because we already have another one. Perfect, we get a red source now. We're gonna be going to get a second red source with Summon Fenrir. Mystidian Elder, that's not a card I'm used to seeing very often these days. Not my favorite. It's just a little bit weak. 1/3, the 0/1, but it can be formidable in this particular archetype. We're going to go get a second mountain. That's the whole reason we have 2 of them, so we can go get them with our Summon Fenrir. And now our Choco Comet is live. We have double green, double blue. Everything is great. Peachy, as they say. Okay. Thunder Magic, sure. So Balamti Rexor is going to do a lot of work for us here. Perfect, we got a Torgal. So Balamti Rexor gaining us some life. They're not a deck that's going to be good for Airship Crash. I think in the Matoya pack we wield the Dragoon's Wyvern, which was wild. It's interesting. Oh gosh. No blocks. So they have 1 card. We're at 16. We've kind of stabilized. This Summon Esper Rama is going to die. The Rat, sure. If they can't get an attack in here, we are in great shape. Beautiful. Okay, so we are planning on playing this Dreams of Laguna. We're not going to Airship Crash this or something crazy. So we're going to leave Dreams of Laguna first. We don't want the Gardener. Gigantoad is perfect. We will play that instead of the Dragoon's Wyvern, because having an extra big blocker is huge, because that can just hold back them. We're going to wait till Esper Rama dies to attack in with our Balamti Rexor. Opera Love Song, okay. They hit a removal spell off this, it could be bad. They hit a Queen Brane, sure. We can kill that with a Thunder Magic, though. Sure, play land so that our Gigantoad gets big. Go to combat. Attack with both, I think. Actually, just attack with the 1. Because we have plenty of time. Our blocker is going to hold down the fort here. We're going to play this. And we will just electrocute the Queen Brane now, because if they kill our Gigant, I guess we could have waited till they killed Gigantoad, but then if they have a second instant, it's tough. And they scoop it up. That's the sort of decision that seems marginal, especially because they conceded immediately after, but killing their Queen Brane there is like, do I want to do that or do I want to save this? Because I can kill anything with this at this point. And I was just a little bit worried about them like attacking in just to get a 0/1. Attacking, we get a 0/1, kill Gigantoad, and then all of a sudden they ping me for 3. I go to 11. My Gigantoad can't block. This thing has to trade. And then it's just like, I'm in a little bit of dicier shape. This thing would have attacked too. These guys would have attacked. So I'd be at a lower life total. And I just have one creature. And then one removal spell really gets me. I don't know. Maybe it was too aggressive to kill that there, though, because I'm exposed if they like drop like a Marlboro or something like that. Interesting spot, but we got the win. I'll see you next round. Welcome to another round. This is a really sketchy hand. It has basically 5 lands, 2 spells. It's pretty slow. We're on the draw. We're going to mulligan this one. This is a much better hand. We can keep this. And we'll ditch the world map. We don't have any red mana yet, but most of our deck is blue-green. And Lunatic Pandora can surveil us for a little bit. So we're just going to surveil with Lunatic Pandora. Try to set up our draw step a little bit. Yep, we are nowhere near casting that. A little bit worried. Ignis is really a strong card here. We have enough lands where we don't need to cycle these. We can just like hit our land drops naturally. And we're just going to keep surveilling. Okay, this is going to be a game we lose. We don't have good answers to this. Yeah, Saw's Cat's Roy on the play against a hand that was really non-functional after our mulligan is going to beat us. Chocobo Kick, we really just need to have creatures in play, so it's more of a late game removal spell for us. But to be fair, I'm glad we mulliganed because this hand would have done nothing on the draw. Like we wait until turn 4, play a Gigantoad, and then they already have Saws going. This is why kill spells are absolutely essential in this format. Opponent deciding what to get. Maybe they have a Summon Fat Chocobo. Maybe they have a Saw's Chocobo. Maybe they have just which land they want to go get. They have white mana, so now they have double white. Grand Pulse Ochi. They're just using all their mana every turn, aren't they? Yeah, this isn't going to be good enough. There's nothing that's going to be good enough, though. Any kind of like mountain. Yeah, we're just going to concede this game. Saw's Cat's Roy just takes over. We had an anemic draw. If we'd had the Dragoon's Wyvern in play already, we could have killed the Saw's Cat's Roy. But as it was too much, too fast. That's a tough one. Welcome to another round. This is an easy keep. The capital city is worse than a forest would be for us here, but it will let us cast Choco Comet in the late game. We'll just play our island to start with. Scorpion Sentinel into Dragoon's Wyvern is also a fine start. Oh, baby, we got the combo. Scorpion Sentinel, da-da-da-da-da. If we draw a land, we might just Gubu Gardener this turn, so we can go Matoya into Dreams of Laguna the following turn, potentially. Though we don't have double blue yet for that anyway. Finn, the Fangbearer. Okay, change of plan. We will just... Yeah, we will play the Gardener. And then we can summon Fenrir the following turn. We do not mind this. If we hit a land drop, we can summon Fenrir plus the Dreams of Laguna potentially. Though I do want to save it for Matoya. They're looking for lands. They find one. Nice. They don't go for the town. Interesting. Okay. We do want to hit lands here, so we're just going to play cycle this forest. Hitting land drops is so essential in the early turns. And then we're going to get summon Fenrir going. We already have double red. We're going to go get an island with this. So now we have a natural double blue to go. Matoya plus that. Especially hitting lands when you have Scorpion Sentinel in play. Fenrir could totally trade with Finn. That would be a totally fine trade for me to make. Though we can also just keep taking one from the Finn for now. Because we can also play like a Wyvern that can try to trade with it or something like that. We're trying to build up a mana advantage here. Bard's Bow, that's not going to be good enough here. No blocks. Next turn we can block with the Summon Fenrir if we want to. Okay, so we are going to play the Dragoon's Wyvern here. So we can have a 3-powered creature. No, we don't actually need to do that because this is a 3-powered creature. We're just going to go Matoya plus Dreams of Laguna here. So Matoya is a big guy now. I do think that's a good draw. It's better than average. Scorpion Sentinel's getting there. Because I think we're planning on trading off the Summon Fenrir if they attack us with Finn again. We will need to punch through this Bard's Bow eventually. We have the Airship Crash, which will actually be pretty good here. Matoya is getting us a lot of card advantage. But this is an easy block for us here. Because they can easily just play like a 4-4 here or a Renoa or something like that. And then we wouldn't draw the card anyway. And this way we at least got the trade off. So it's a pretty good trade for us. Chocobo Racetrack. Wow. Ooh, that's huge for us. Okay. Play this guy as soon as possible. Get it rolling. That's going to be a great draw. We know we want it, so we'll keep it on top. Oh, baby. That's going to be great. Then we get to play a land off the top. That's pretty great. Saws. This will double trigger, right? Yeah, huge. We could even play the bird if we had better, if we had hit a forest or whatever. Because we can cast bird spells. Pretty funny. Scorpion Sentinel trading with the hero token is tempting. But I think we'll hold it back because it also holds back any of their 3/2 birds that they're going to be making. And now we have both of our red removal spells online because this can get red mana, remember? So they're cycling it so they can hit a land drop. They have all spells in hand. That's worth noting. White Auracite, sure. Are they taking out Matoya or are they taking out the Sentinel? Or the Traveling Chocobo? We have some really good targets here. Matoya has somewhat served its usefulness. We already got 2 extra cards out of it. Okay, that does make our guy a little bit worse. Still, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, 9 mana. 3, 6, 7, 8. So we can go Saz's land. Wyvern. Land. Wyvern. We still have up our Thunder Magic. Yeah, I was hoping they'd block like that. It's a really bad block, but I should have done this pre-combat so that I could kill this in response to them blocking. Gave my Thunder Magic a lot of value there. We've gotten a lot of extra cards out of this Matoya and stuff. Oh my gosh. Atraxa? Are you kidding me? Are you joking me? What is happening? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't actually kill the Atraxa unless I draw a land. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so bad. Oh my gosh. They outplayed me. I could have used Thunder Magic to kill Atraxa. What the heck? What a weird way for this game to go. Just so many cards. Overkill. They're going to be able to get back their Atraxa. Zenarkon. They even have a special land. That's crazy. Okay. Big draw step here. Do I hit a land or do I not hit a land? They don't have any lands in hand. They don't want to play Zenarkon for some reason to get a 2/2. It's pretty greedy of them, to be honest. Like, that's how they lose this game, is me, like, ripping land, playing Choco Comet here. Oh my gosh. Well, that's also an answer. I would love to keep the value going, but we just have to kill this thing and swing all out. Because they have a lot of cards coming in. A lot of cards. Hitting them for 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10. pretty good, especially with Choco Comet that can deal like 7 damage to them. Gosh, that was a pretty good rip off the top, getting that removal spell. Now we actually have lethal, right? Because this is red, red. Then we can do 6 to them, and there's no way they can kill our entire board state. So we're gonna get in with some of our creatures. Not playing this land to get a 2/2 body there, so they could like eat one of my guys or eat a Chocobo is pretty interesting as a play. I'm glad we drew the Lunatic Pandora. We have just enough interaction in this deck. I guess this was one of our... We could draw any land as well, because Choco Comet killing it would have been pretty good as well. Matoya clutching up, because he's the reason we played the Lunatic. Do they have Bartz and Boko to kill something now? Yep. Looks like Bart and Boko is going to get some work done. Oh, they're going to play their Summon Chocomog first. And then Affinity for Birds. Pretty reasonable, honestly. Yeah, they're getting some good stuff going here. Bart and Boko, what you going to kill, buddy? The best Barts and Boko I've ever seen, let's be real. Okay, so we just attack with everything. And then we zap them. So we hit him for 5 here. Six was our max, and we were gonna hit him with the Wyvern, so pretty good. Got the win there. That was close though. I can't believe we beat an Atraxa. That was looking dicey. See you next round. Welcome to another round. A great one here. Torgal with Saz Catsroy. Such a good combo. And we could even play it potentially on turn 3 if we draw an untapped land. So we're definitely going to gamble with the Torgal here. And it would come into play with an extra counter because it would be a human as well. Ooh, Vane's Treachery does get me good here. But this will guarantee I hit the lands I need. So I already have 1 blue mana. I don't need double blue. I already have 1 green. I don't need double green just yet. I'm just going to go get a... I'll get another blue mana here, because I'm going to cycle the Balam T-Rexor, and then this guy can go get a mountain. And that gives me 2 of every color. Okay, so they had Vane's Treachery. So they've used 1 removal spell. What's that? Venser. Okay, interesting, interesting. Sure, play land... The question is, do I want to go get a good bird with this, or do I want to go get a land? I think I want to go get a bird. I'm going to go get my Traveling Chocobo, because even if they kill Saz, I'm still in good shape. It's a little greedy, but it'll be fine, especially because if I draw a land or have a land on top, it's great. And this way, if they kill Saz, they also have to have a kill spell for Traveling Chocobo. They're holding up 3 mana, which means it looks like they might have a... kill spell of some kind. Let's just play the Chocobo. If they have counter magic, they have counter magic. They could have Syncopate. They could also have Swallowed by Leviathan, which seems more likely. Okay, Syncopate. So I am punished for not playing the land first. But now they're tapped out, so I can Choco kick their Cecil and hit them. So forcing them to tap out wasn't all bad. It's just giving them a clean answer with their Syncopate was maybe a mistake. Maybe I should have not gotten greedy with the bird and just played the land first. Ice Flaunt. I'm hoping they don't have another kill spell, because I think I might have botched this. Them holding up 3 mana for Syncopate did get me a little bit. If I draw a land here, I go double spell. If not... Okay, so it's a tap land. I'm just going to go Gigantoad then. And I will just keep pumping up this guy. Force a chump block. Play Gigantoad. Play the Guadasalem, because then I can double spell next turn. I won't have a creature to go with the Summon Fenrir, but I can maybe draw one in the interim. And it'll make the Gigantoad a giant creature for next turn, and I can even put counters on it. Though putting counters on this is appealing, because then it's like lethal on its own almost. Okay, there is Saz's Chocobo. Ice Magic. He's definitely staying on top. I could play the Summon Fenrir, but I'd rather wait. Because I really do want to play the Saz again. And then he's going to go get a mountain. No, this is going to go get a mountain. So Saz, I don't have any more birds to go get. Summon Fenrir down. Unfortunate. That's really unfortunate because it gets rid of my Summon Fenrir and mills my Saz. They got me good there. Okay, Gigantode holds back their forces. They have another forces. I mean, it meant literally their forces, like all their team, but not just their forces. Okay, so they have nothing in hand. It's top deck battle. Ho-ho, baby. That's a good one. We will kill that, because then our Gigantode can start chipping in for 6 a turn, which is a huge amount. Having that extra mountain was pretty good. They draw a land. Our land actually powers up our creatures, so pretty reasonable for us. They have to trade with the bird. They might even jump. We could have attacked with Saz's Chocobo, actually, because they couldn't afford to just take it there. Boom. I should have thought about that, because they couldn't afford to double block it, or they would die. So that was a free attack that I missed out on. I'll make sure I focus up a little bit more so I can do better next time. See you next round. Welcome to another excellent hand. We can keep this one. The Saz's Chocobo, plus plenty of land drops. Saz Catsroy to find our other Chocobo, which will then double trigger this thing. Okay, on the draw against Magitech Infantry. Well, Chocobo Kick is going to be pretty good here. Being able to kill that on turn 2, depending on what they do. We don't want it to snowball out of control, that's for sure. Zach Fair. Okay, so we can no longer employ that plan of action. So we will just play a Crossroads Village on red mana. Yeah, red mana. Our Chocobo Kick is going to be totally reasonable here. Rufus Shinra, sure. We're going to kill Zach Fair right here. And their Rufus will get to attack us. Oh, they probably have a second removal spell if that's their plan of action. I hope they don't, but it could be bad for us here. Okay, we're going to go Saz Catsroy. Go get a traveling Chocobo. We could have gotten a forest, but I think this is going to be fine. They might regret using Sephiroths so aggressively. I somewhat regret getting naming red with this. Naming green might have been better. So what am I playing around? They could have +2/+2. If they have +2/+2, I'm losing this game anyway, I think, because they're going to hit me for 2, 4, 5, 9. I'm not going to be able to stabilize in time, I don't think. If they have kill spell. Okay, they activate Magitech. That's pretty good for me. Are they just counting on me not blocking? Okay, that's a fantastic draw. Play this. Look for land on top. We do not find it. That is unfortunate. Attack with Saz. Put 2 counters onto the Chocobo, so it's a great blocker. End the turn. We could have Thunder Magic to the Magitech Infantry. Okay, which one are they killing? Sure. We're going to zap their Magitech Infantry. Watch this line. This is going to be sweet. Attack with Saws. 2 counters on Saws. Then we're going to Chocobo Kick. Punch this guy. Pick up this forest. Just to try and keep our life total a little bit higher. Replay the forest. Play the Gigantode. So we didn't need the extra power, but we needed the extra land drop. So now it's a 2-2 versus a Saws that's getting out of control. Evil Reawakened on Shinra. Sure. That's a great draw. We're just going to keep chipping in with our Saws. Keep making it massiver. Yep, they give themselves that little option. They are Dragoon's Wyvern. Okay. This is not the card you really want to reanimate here, so. If they have a kill spell, they really want to use it on Saw's Cats, where they don't want to use it on my double blocking guys. Like, we can't afford to just take 4 here. Okay, they kill our Gigantode, maybe. They get another treasure for their side quest. So if we draw a forest, we can play Balam. Okay. Okay, so they are actually all the way to their side quest now. That's not optimal. Okay, so I'm going to have to hold back my Saw's Catsroy now. Forest? No. Okay. Matoya. Interesting. Sure. We can just keep sending in with our guy. It's 9, so there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can just send this guy in. If they want to use Yasmat, that's fine. But they have to chump block, and then they would have to use all their treasures that make the Yasmat useful. I'm shocked I haven't drawn a forest here. So they have to block. And then I can play Matoya. And then if they attack me with both, I'll just jump here and block the Gaius with the Matoya. Hold this land so I don't have to discard Balam if they draw Marlborough or something, which would be really bad for me. But now Yasmat's kind of like, because they have the ability to just chump block with it endlessly. The benefit, though, is that now I can use the Saws to grow my other guys, so I can like grow Matoya. Because this doesn't have a Death Touch. If this had Death Touch, I'd be so dumb. Okay, I would be feeling a little silly. Yep, they just get a few chump blocks in here. But I get to grow my other players. I get to grow Matoya into a big threat. The tap land's going to be kind of clutch here. Because then I can play the Balam. And now it has 6 toughness, so it can block the Yasmat. Oh, that's a beautiful draw. That's a beautiful, beautiful draw. I think I'm just going to get the card advantage while I can. Huge draw. Fantastic stuff right there. That's so good for me. Oh, baby. What a rip. What a rip off the top of the old library that was. Keep buffing Matoya. Now Matoya has 7 power. I'm just going to activate the Lunatic Pandora now because I didn't hit a land drop this turn yet. We'll keep that guy on top. It's a great card to have, and then we pass turn. We have a chump blocker for if they have a kill spell or two. Boom! We take over the game. Matoya getting it done. I mean, really, it was Saz, but that was fantastic. Our deck is humming on all cylinders. We got a little bit lucky to beat that Atraxa, but other than that, pretty great games. I'll see you next round. Welcome to another round. We get another easy keep here. Our deck is feeling really strong, really powerful. Those are synonyms, I'm aware. Do we deploy the tap lane? I think we just play a mountain here. Because if they play a 2-drop we want to kill with Thunder Magic, this is a real coup d'etat. Okay, Monk's Fist. That's not one we want to kill because Gooboo Gardener answers that guy pretty cleanly on blocks. So punished every time. Get wrecked. If we had just played the Guadasalam, we would have been able to go Saz's plus land here, but getting Gardener down on turn 2 makes sense anyway. Okay, the Airship. That's one that I want a Thunder Magic. Want to get the Saz's Chocobo going ASAP. And then I'll play this. I do still want to have maximum mana available. And then I will pass turn. I could have played untapped land so that I could play Geisal greens. But, like, my hope is that I can just zap this Airship now with Thunder Magic. Booyah. It's all coming up Nicolai. Quarrel. Sure. Sure. They have 3 cards in hand. I currently have a way better board state. Okay, Torgal, nice. We're just going to go Torgal, Geisal greens, land. Land, Geisal greens, because this way I can hold up an extra blocker. And then I'll play Dreams of Laguna the next turn and flash it back, presumably. The Saz's Chocobo is really benefiting from the Chocobo kick, letting me re-trigger landfall potentially. Ahriman. That will need to die, but I want to use my Chocobo kick when they're tapped out, so maybe I won't be able to do that. So we'll just see what we shall see here. Another Chocobo kick will be good here, I think. Play land. Go to combat. Attack 4/3. Oh, if they tap out, that would be great. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. We'll trade this 3/2 bird for their 2/1, because the 2/1 is something they can sack to Ahriman later. It's always going to be a trade they can make. Okay, Chocobo kills Ahriman, and I pick up a forest. Yeah, so that I can replay it later to get my guy a little bit bigger. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. You always want to make sure they're tapped out by the time you go for your cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just attack with 1. They have kill a tapped creature? They do. Unfortunate. We will flash back our Geisal greens, though. This was going to kill our guy eventually, no matter what. They could have just tapped it that turn and then just played their thing, so I do not mind that. This is why you don't go for Chocobo kick, though. I mean, I guess, yeah. They're potentially running a little light on interaction, but we'll see. Reno and Rude, okay. That will get cycled. We were going to just play this first before we do anything. That's a great draw here. Play Gigantoad? No, we'll wait a turn to play Gigantoad. We will just kill the Reno and Rude right now. Because I don't want them to draw extra cards here. And I don't want them to hit like one of my really good things. Like that's the way I lose this game. Though the Quirrell is pretty annoying in this board state, I will say. Oh, that's a great draw. That's a beautiful draw. We're just going to try to hit a land off the top. Max Greed. Booyah. Look at how beautiful that panned out. Sometimes going for Max Greed is really good. Okay. Go to combat. They will tap my 6/6 probably. Yep. And then we can hit them with everything else. If I play Matoya, it'll get a counter, but this is way better. I can play Matoya plus Dragoon's Wyvern next turn. They're dead on board pretty much to my power and toughness. 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Boom. Nicely done. Another good win for the home team. See you next round. Welcome to another round. Easy keep on the draw. This can get us a green mana. We can play a turn 3 Saws with a counter on it. Okay, Torgal can be used to cast Thunder Magic at some point. If they kill Torgal, this hand falls apart, but, you know, you got to be able to risk it for the biscuit. If they do kill Torgal, we can still draw land, play Dragoon's Wyvern, be totally fine. Zach Fair. Sure. Ooh, yeah, we're still Torgaling here. Though it's very dicey. They don't have Thunder Magic, or they would have killed him. They could have Slash of Light. Ash, sure. So we'll play tap land. Kill Ash while we can. It's a little bit dicey, of course. We could have just played Dragoon's Wyvern, but we don't want to get them extra value from this. Paladin's Arms, sure. Okay. Do I just play Saws here? Go get my Traveling Guy, or do I Choco Comet the Zach Fair? I kind of want to Choco Comet the Zach Fair. Because it gives me a blocker for the Paladin's Arms. It kind of stabilizes me all in one. But I guess Dragoon's Wyvern also kind of does that. Yeah, let's Dragoon's Wyvern here. It gives me a blocker for this and this. Play Lunatic Pandora. They were tapped out, though, so I could have Choco Cometed Zach. Zach can be a little dicey. Galacat. Oh. Well, that's an easy block. I really want to get Saws going, but I also really want to kill Galacat while Zach Fair can't do anything about it. I think this is fine. Galacat's really scary, potentially. And Saws can go get... It'll come in with a counter and go get my Traveling Chocobo, which I can maybe play on the same turn now and just get both into play. So that's pretty good. Saws with Traveling Chocobo is crazy. It's like the best Chocobo deck ever. We've got Choco Comet. Summon Primal Garuda. Gosh darn it. Sure. Play Saws Katsuroi. Go get Traveling Chocobo. Play land. Because I do want to be able to surveil. Attack. For 3. They use like... Yeah, okay. So I'm going to take 5 this turn. More if they equip the Paladin's Arms. Taking 6 this turn, actually. The Dragoon's Wyvern's going to be doing major work here. That's potentially bad for me. I will be chump blocking my own Saz Catsroy for sure. That's a guarantee. Oh, that's really bad for me. I might just be dead here. That keeps me alive. I think. Okay. This... because now I have 2 flyers. I have to buff up the Saz, I think. Give myself the best chance of actually winning this game. If I just lose Saz for nothing, it's pretty bad. And remember, this Lunatic Pandora can kill something down the line, which I'm counting on if Zach Fair dies. Gosh, remember when I was considering just killing Zach Fair with my Choco Comet? That would have been pretty good. Okay. So I'm dead to any kill spell. Prompto, sure. Okay, so we go block here, block here, block here, block here. Pretty easy blocks, I think. We'll see what they do with their Zach Fair, if they even want to use it, but I think keeping Freya around might be beneficial for them. I'm shocked they didn't equip Paladin's Arms. They must have something here. I guess they wanted to hold up Zach Fair, and they couldn't do that if they equipped Paladin's Arms. You're not alone. Okay, so they keep Freya alive. Sure. Huh. So if they put 4 counters onto the Freya now, it's not lethal. I think we're okay here. That's a weird way to do this. So they put all the counters on Freya. It's not a lethal threat. I now have 2 different answers to it in my deck. Any of my Chocobo kicks. But they can't attack with Zidane or they're dead. Now if I draw a kill spell, I actually kill Zidane and win. Which is pretty nice. So I have a couple of answers now. Any kill spell for Zidane and I win. Gosh darn it. I was close. I tried. No, you were so close there. I was close. I think we played this game pretty well. Oh, man. So close. Ugh. If I'd killed the Zach plus all the counters was too much. Oh well. That was close. Almost got there. We needed one more kill spell and we would have won. Because we put a counter on this guy. He turns into a 17-17. We win. Ugh. Wait, what? What the heck was that? They casted with their... I'm not going to complain. We're just going to win the game here. What the heck was that? That's called a gift. I mean, I don't want to lose games for no reason, but, like, my opponent totally beat me that game, so if we were just purely counting score, I was super dead. I was literally dead on board. I don't know what they were doing. But that's why you don't mess around on Arena, because sometimes you misclick and you lose for no reason when you could have been winning. Let's go. Huge win. I mean, we're battling for the trophy now. See you in the finals. Welcome to the final round. After such a gift, we have a fantastic hand here. Balamti Rexor helping us hit our land drops. This card is really good. Just being able to hit your land drops is so important in this set. Okay, we're going to just play this. Zorat. Oh, perfect. We're just going to play the Dragoon's Wyvern. We want to make sure we play this guy when we have a chance of hitting a land drop immediately. Saz is going to go get a Saz's Chocobo, I believe. And then that doubling up the triggers with this is pretty good too. No chance we're blocking. We don't want to give them unnecessary treasures. They probably have a bunch of kill spells in hand. Ninja Blades. Saz is going to go get the Saz's Chocobo. We could go get land. That is always an option, but we're just going to hold back now. This guy can block their Ninja Blades if they kill Saz, which I assume they will. Next turn we go Chocobo, Traveling Chocobo. Or we go Traveling Chocobo first to see what our options are. Then other Chocobo. Hopefully there's a land on top. Or we draw a land for turn. So they have to put themselves back a land, but maybe they were going to miss the land drop anyway. Town Greeter. So they were not going to miss a land drop. They hit the land. Whoa, they've got the Ancient Adamantoise. The Adamantoise. That's pretty scary for 8 mana. Hopefully they can't reanimate that. I do not think I can win if they do that. We're not going to give them a chance to get the loot going. Okay, Chocobo, please have a land on top. Beautiful. Saz's Chocobo. Double trigger that landfall, baby. Next turn I'm going to start jamming Balamti Rexors. This is going swimmingly. It is hard to just beat the value from Traveling Chocobo. They kind of have to have a kill spell for that one, too. They already killed my first big threat. But being able to get other big threats is huge. And I have Balamti Rexor in the wings. Eventually we'll Choco Comet for a bunch of damage. Just demanding answer after answer after answer after answer. And every landfall trigger that I get doubles up with the Chocobo that's here, which is fantastic. Ooh, they're digging for a kill spell. They're digging for a Vane's Treachery. Okay, there's 2 lands into the graveyard, not giving me a huge amount of insight there. They could have found anything. Oh, are they equipping? Oh, that is A-okay for me. We will chump block. We don't want to give them extra draws at a giant thing, and the Saz's Chocobo can eat it for breakfast next turn. And we're going to have a 6/6 as well that can eat it for breakfast. Ooh, yeah, land on top. Nope, no land on top, sure. Okay. Double up the trigger. Hit them for a bajillion damage. Play my giant creature. They clearly didn't have a kill spell before, so the odds of them having a kill spell again are very unlikely. We can also cycle this thing if we need to hit a land drop for the Chocobo. Though we prefer not to. They didn't have a kill spell last turn, or maybe they found an expensive one with the Resentful Revelation. That's another option. They did look at the top 3, which is a decent chunk. Okay, Diamond Weapon. Sure. That's annoying. Immune to combat damage. So I need to find a mountain now. gonna cycle here. We're gonna try to dig for a mountain on top. We don't really need the wood wyvern. Play this. Trigger. Giganto. This is actually really good for us. Because that's a red source. I can't play that. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be my 8th mana. So this will be... I'm not quite there, but I'll get there eventually. I can take a hit from the diamond weapon for now. Because if it hits me, I can swing back. Cycling a Balam T-Rex Orb was not ideal. Oh, the fat chocobo. That is not great. Okay. Chocobo kick is great, though. Okay, so that's that. Choco Comet. How much damage can I do? 4, 5. So it's 1, 2. This thing's basically going to return this. So it's 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can deal 4 damage. So I can deal 6 damage to something. I'm close to being able to kill them. So we're just going to hold off. Especially because my 8/9 can now block their diamond weapon unopposed. I can even pick up Capital City and cycle it with my Chocobo Kick now, which is cool, after I cast my Choco Comet. Okay, I'm glad I waited. Just killing Sir Conrad is such a huge priority now. Holy heck. That guy's messed up. Killing diamond weapons also a priority, of course. Sir Conrad does so much work. Why are they holding up double... Oh, they needed to hold up double green because they had this guy. So they clearly don't have a kill spell up, which is great. Oh, putting it on Sir Conrad. Interesting. Okay, okay. Well, this is pretty good for me. Because I'm going to be able to Chocobo kick the diamond weapon and kill Sir Conrad. I'm going to kill Sir Conrad first. So we'll do this. Play land. Double up my guy. Huge. I want to do 5 damage with this Choco Comet. So this is 1. Well, I guess this is 1. This is the other thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can Choco Comet, pick up my thing, kill diamond weapon. Yeah, that's huge. Okay. X is 5. Do that. Chocobo kick. This guy, punch the diamond weapon, because I just prevent combat damage. Pick up Capital City, because I want to cycle it now, because I don't have any more double red cards in my deck. And then they have 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. They can get a treasure token, but this is a pretty clear attack here. They can get a treasure, or they can jump with a town greeter. Huge. 1 less resource for them to use against me. 1 less resource. And I still have my 2 6/6s. Resentful Revelation digging for a kill spell on Saz's Chocobo now. They can't even afford to kill the Traveling Chocobo. Wow, they got rid of Crater Colosseum Behemoth, not Crater Hoof. So they must have something pretty reasonable here. Because that's a great card. X-Death. Okay, so that's going to be a big guy. Okay, so that thing can actually trade with Saz's Chocobo, potentially. We'll see what we see on top. We're definitely going to cycle this land, because we want to find more action. Oh, beautiful. There's a land on top. $11-4. This thing's dead next turn. I'm happy to trade this with their X-Death. It just reduces the world of scenarios where I lose this game. I'm stunned they're not blocking it with the Fat Chocobo as their double block. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty big for me. We got that done. I have plenty of gas left in the tank. I got giant creatures in play. I think that was good to get rid of this thing, because if they have like a kill spell, like let's imagine they top deck a kill spell, like how am I supposed to block this thing? Because they like, if they kill my creature I'm blocking with, like I block with the Chocobo, they kill it in response, they deal like 12 damage to me, and then they do the Ninja Blades, they could totally kill me out of nowhere. So that thing was dangerous and like worth trading off my key resource for. And if at any point they tap out for a Bitter Revelation, I just get to hit them for like a bajillion damage. That's really frustrating. That card is huge. Oh my gosh. So I'm not going to cycle Capital City here because I want to clear the way for the top of my deck. I have infinite mana already, and being able to like sculpt the top of my deck with this is pretty good. Okay, so now I can cycle it. So now if there's a land 2 down, I get benefits. I can actually play it. Okay, summon Fenrir, sure. Play this. Kill their Colosseum Behemoth. Play land. I don't need to play the land. Yeah, I'll play the land. Might as well. Trigger my 3/2 guy. Double trigger it, actually. Send in the gang. I guess I could have technically attacked in with more, but then they chump block here. I could have sent in this guy, they block there. I could have sent in with everything. They would have had to chump block this guy. They already did chump block, right? Yeah, this guy chump blocked. No, they traded with the 4/2, so they would have had to chump block this guy. Because if they block here, then they would have taken 2 more damage from these. I should have done the math. Gosh darn it. Oh no, they could have chump blocked here and then traded with this guy and then taken the 4 from the other guy. Losing my Chocobo seems like it would be bad. How do they get out of this situation? Midgar, sure. I think we got him. I think we won the trophy. Booyah, let's go. Vanille, sure. What they getting back? There's nothing the greater guy, the like giant thing could have maybe saved them. They only have 7 cards in their deck now. Yeah, this guy could have gotten them there maybe. So we play this, search up a better land. Booyah, got their value, okay. Our Chocobo must live. No, we just need to send everything. Who knows what they have. We don't care about the Chocobo living, we care about winning games. Oh, let's go. Oh, please say we won. Sweet, sweet victory. Don't end this with Chocobo on Chocobo violence. No! The traveling Chocobo died for the cause. Because who knows? Maybe they have like -6/-6, yeah. So if I hadn't attacked with the Chocobo, I would have lost for no reason. Just to like protect my Chocobo for some reason. Yeah, because then they could have blocked. I don't know. They wouldn't have been able to block this 2/1, I guess. But still. Got the win, got the trophy. Sure, we were gifted a game. My opponent was clearly a fan. No, that never is how that happens. They just misclicked, I think. But still, 7-1. I mean, even if we lost that one game, we could have still won the thing. That's why you never concede, by the way, because you never know if you get a free win. This is the perfect Chocobo deck. We had Saz Katzroy, we had Traveling Chocobo, we had Saz's Chocobo, we had 2 Chocobo Kicks, and we had Choco Comet and Geisel Greens. Pretty much every Chocobo card in the set except the racetrack itself. The Matoya package was super clutch in one of those games. And the splash of red was really, really good for the Thunder Magic and the Choco Comet. I'm really glad we took this blue-green land to facilitate that splash a little bit better. Our mana was perfect. Every card did its job. And overall, I think this is a really good little like Matoya package. It's really simple, but it really is effective as well. That is going to do it for this video. If you made it to the end, leave hashtag perfect chocobo to let me know you made it to the end, because this is the best chocobo deck I think I'm ever going to have, just in terms of getting traveling chocobo and Saz Katsuri in the same draft. It was such an intricate draft, reading the signals. After pack 1, we only had 2 green cards. We had and they weren't even the crazy ones. We had a Geisal greens and a Chocobo kick, and we were willing to first pick Torgal out of pack 2, and then found pick 5 Fenrir, pick 3 Saz Katsuri. It was really, really spectacular, and a great draft, I think, from a just pure signal reading perspective, and watching it pay off was awesome. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it, and I'll talk to you next time.